Good win. Made it hard at the end, but continue to improve, find a little bit better pass balance. Again, very fortunate to win. Glad we did. Nice play by Tony. Difference in the game. Played pretty good defense to the end. Got a little rattled. A lot of work to keep on. Good to be 4-0 and pleased with the win today.
Do you feel like you guys are able to kind of generate keep your own confidence when you guys kind of get back up there? It feels like you didn't really lose their confidence like James anymore.
Well, I think defensively we got a little rattled. You know, gave up some third downs and a couple of drives got a little iffy. But again, a lot of guys have played. I think we've been in our thing long enough to go through. They had a really nice onside kick, executed it really good. Thought we were okay, but the kid kicked it great, gave him a chance. But again, it was nice to keep playing, nice to get a little pressure, and like I say, it was good to close it out. Made it harder than we needed to. But Wake played really, really good. Played hard, thought they would. Again, we're very fortunate to win. Very proud, very happy.
You know, maybe you can put one there.
Was this game, especially weighing in, kind of a wake-up call for your guys, considering what's coming up for you guys?
We're starting to.
I mean, it's the first game we've had the lead at halftime, so no game's been easy for us. We've been going to the end, so if we're not awake, we're doing a bad job coaching. So, you know, we know conference play is coming. We know in college ball, like we keep saying, you better keep playing. There's a lot of football to play. It takes funny bounces, and you better keep playing. In this day and age in college football, the ball can get downfield, get out in space. It's funny bounces, and you got to keep playing. And so there's a little bit of lull we had there at the 6, 7, 8 minute mark. We lulled around and let them back in. That's a credit to Wake. They kept playing. We've been pretty good. We can do a little bit better. But again, like I said, I think our team, we've been in some close games. So
those guys are competing hard and giving us their very best, and they're improved.
It's been a long time since an Indiana football team's had 6 sacks. Can you talk about that?
Well,
caused some pressure.
I don't know. I thought
you know, I thought
the quarterback looked like he took a shot and got it, and it looked like he took something to his ribs. And we thought that limited some of their running him around, which made him a little bit more of a pocket guy, which I think made it a little bit. Now, he did run some, but he wasn't as effective in the second half as the first half. And I think that allowed us thinking they were, and we got up 21 points. I think it's 31-10. So you knew they were a little bit more pass oriented, so that helped. So we got a little one-dimensional. It was good to see because one of the nemesis of our pass D not being as good as you want is the ability to get pressure, and that doesn't mean blitz all the time. And a couple times we actually tried to blitz and got a couple third downs that they converted, which was good. So we just got to keep working that for me. But man, Jerry and Shaw were awesome. Nice getting the big guys inside, making a few plays. I think T. Gray had a couple, and that was good to see.
I think Darius' sack there late in the third quarter came with a 3-man rush. What do you kind of make of his game, both defensively, but I think you also lined him up in the backfield in that Jordan Howard run too?
Yeah, we were doing a little bit of that with him. We had a couple of the other people, a couple of big guy sets just to get a little bit more bodies out there. But again, it was good. I will say though, at the end of the game, their touchdown was against a 3-man rush. And we let him pat the ball on the one seam shot they hit. So it's nice when you go, you know, we don't need the blitz to get pressure, but we got to keep getting pressure. We'll need it as we get the big templates. Because now you're playing even stronger lines and run pass combinations. So we're going to keep finding ways to take care of our quarterback and get up to their point.
Ricky Jones.
And the trainer said you shouldn't even do that. So.
Yeah, he got rolled his ankle a little bit. We'll see. You know, I
certainly understand.
Nothing with the X-ray.
I didn't want to make that announcement Thursday.
Hopefully it'll be fine.
Yeah,
he got a knee. I extended that one. I don't know. It didn't look as good. I haven't talked to Dr. Jones.
And you just hope you haven't.
Think you got 160 plus out of Jordan again? Talk about it.
Well, again, he kind of wears on you, and the line does. We got to find though some ways to use him as an advantage and get some better run pass and get some pass game off of that because, you know, today the Bucs got loaded. I thought we let them off the hook, and they did a nice defensive plan. It really schemed us good. And we got behind some change a little bit there, so we got to find some ways to use him as a runner, use him now to help him. We used to be pass to run, now it's a little bit of run to pass. We'll see if we can get that going.
You've won 4 games now in a couple different ways. I guess going into Big Temple, you think you're pretty much prepared for the conference play now?
Well, again, we got a lot of improvement. Defensively, we still got some cheap plays and missed tackles. Offensively, some balance and you know, just finishing drives and kickers. But we just told them afterwards, man, just kind of keep listening in mind. Let's just keep getting better. You know, I mean, because we can be better. I mean, we're not, you know, it's nice that we've won. It's nice we've struggled and, you know, had our wake-up calls per se. But we got all phases contributing. We got there's a lot of good football, but there's so many simple things that we can be better at if we can just embrace it. And you know, the game's not perfect, and there's going to be blunders, but there's so many correctable, cleanable things if we can just kind of just keep buying and believing and keep going. It's got a chance to be a good year.
I think Nate only threw one pass in the fourth quarter. It was the first play of the fourth quarter. I mean, was it maybe getting a little too conservative?
Well, we had the pick six, you know, that took plays off. Then the onside kick took plays off, so we just lost some possession. Now, we talked about, hey, keep your mix and your run pass stuff, but we really just didn't execute a couple plays, and we lost some drives because of the pick six, because of the onside kick.
Got that
coverage and punting game
as well in the secondary as we could or we should.
Well, we're trying to just keep evolving. I think one of our deals is we want to be very quote sound. Sometimes we can be very methodical. So we're trying to evolve and just show different looks, do different things, and our kids are mature enough. They're embracing it, they're getting it, and it's going good. So we just do it. And they really have a nice punt team with some of their stuff that we work very, very hard, because the way they rugby kick, they try to kick it into you and get like, you know, turnovers. So I thought the punting game was huge. It was good for us. I thought we held our own today.
You tempered all the game day stuff, and you mentioned all the things that aren't correctable, fixable. How big is it to be 4-0 heading into this week's week?
Well, I wasn't trying to temper game day, except you need to win. And we don't need to get like, it's not my job, my player's job to worry about that. This day and age of social media, it's so easy for people to not play well week after week because you got so many influences, and you're always better than you were or worse than you are. When in reality, you just are what you are. And we're a good team that needs to get a lot better. And that's all we want to talk about. It's like, hey, but it's nice that we're on ABC. And it's nice that Game Day's talking about it. It's nice we're going to start getting better highlights. It's going to help recruiting. And the fans are going to be stronger and more. So everything's going the way we want it. But for our football team, we got to keep the main thing the main thing. And the main thing is we got to keep getting better. That's all. The main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. And our main thing is we want to improve. And just keep working. That's all we're doing.
The weather play any factor in play calling there?
Not really as much. We had some things we wanted to get to. We just didn't get worked up. And then the fourth quarter, we just lost some possessions. No one's fault.
How important was that field goal at the end of half to get away?
Huge. Matter of fact, Nate about got us. Can't tell you how many times we practiced 8 seconds, no timeouts, 15 seconds on the 30-yard line, no timeouts. And how to get as many plays. We put it, you know, balls on the 12, 16 seconds. How many plays can you run? If you get tackled in bounds, you're done. And so we've done that, and he panicked. You know, I mean, I've been out the field tackling myself. So thank God that we're able, and the clock operator gives us a second. We're fortunate. All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it being here.
Unblocked in the hole at 2 or 3 yards.
Let's do that first touchdown.
Pardon me?
The first big catch.
It was definitely a big play for the team, and I was glad I made it. It got our team going, got us rolling, and from there we took it to go.
Talking about whatever the morale or whatever that locker room was like being 4-0.
Oh, we're ecstatic. We're pumped, you know. It's only one game at a time, so next weekend we're gonna be fighting for another 1-0 victory. So we're not getting too ahead of ourselves. We know we got to prepare a lot this weekend, but at the same time we're enjoying it.
This almost seemed like your most complete game as a team, you know, heading into Big Ten play. How much, I guess, how prepared are you? Do you feel like these, how have these non-conference teams kind of prepared you for season?
They definitely helped us out a lot, you know, because make adjustments when it comes to the Big Ten, and with these games we had, they're good opponents, and we learned a lot, and we know what we need to do. And this weekend we're gonna, you know, make the most adjustments we can to be the best we can possibly be.
Did the weather play a factor in some of the drops you've seen, or was it just?
No, the weather wasn't bad today. It was a slight mist. Everything was good. I mean, I guess a lack of focus was mainly for the drops.
Where's your confidence right now? I mean, you and Ricky are kind of like the guys right now.
Just from over the summer and spring ball and just building up to that, it built my confidence, and that was my #1 goal I wanted to do coming into the season. And I'm going to keep building my confidence more and more because, you know, we're in 4 games. We still have a whole season left, so it's definitely more time for improvement.
Kind of become Nate's safety net, go-to guy. How much more comfortable are you with him this year?
We've been building it, all the receivers together. We've been building it with Nate, and I personally feel real good with Nate. He knows I have him. I got his back. He got my back, so that's how we roll.
Thanks, Cindy.
Ground and pound game again today. I mean, how did that feel for you, just to get the volume of carries again?
It felt pretty good. I mean, we started out a little slow, but we stuck with what we know best, and it just opened up for us.
You guys are undefeated going into big game next week. But was this game kind of a wake-up call for your guys, especially the way things went the last half of that fourth quarter?
I think it was. We came to the game not wanting it to be a trap game, so we want to look ahead to next week and end up slipping up. So we wanted to stay focused on this game and worry about next week when it comes.
Coach has talked about you guys have had a lot of close games like this year. Has that been kind of part of the, I guess, emotional learning process for you guys coming up into Big Ten play now?
I mean, I think that's helping us out.
As you could have in somebody.
Yeah, at halftime we made a change and it just worked out to our favor, so good coaching.
How much did you guys kind of emphasis coming into this game, just getting pressure against that offensive line of theirs?
That's just our theme now, just playing downhill, making the quarterback uncomfortable. So once again, coaching and just good learning preparation.
Does this give you guys momentum, I guess, from a pass rush perspective? I mean,
yeah, that take a lot of stress off the cornerbacks because the ball got to come out fast. So just getting pressure on the quarterback is not good for any team. So that's our theme.
What happened from your viewpoint that allowed them to get back into it?
They just made plays. So we got to give respect to them. They made plays.
Was that a let up on your part at all?
Nah, like I said, they made plays. Good coaching on their half.
When you saw that with the freshman that was going up there quarterback, was that a little more incentive to blitz to be a little bit more aggressive?
He was in our scout report, so we pretty much knew he was going to come in at some point. We knew he was more of a passer, so you talking about number 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he was a runner, so we knew we was going to have to tune in on him a lot. So.
Obviously some things to fix, do differently, but how big is it to be 4-0 to have wins each of the first?
It's a huge thing, actually. Good momentum. Going into our next game, and just got to keep it going. You got to stay humble.
Shut out a team in the third quarter again. What is it about that defense that kind of sharpens it in the third?
Just at practice, tuning in. Our coaches is real hard on us, making sure we all on our jobs, day in and day out, and great preparation. So.
Thanks to you.
Thank you.
Let's talk about the pressure you guys were able to get on pretty much all day today.
Yeah, we coming to the game, that's something we thought that we definitely do. Watching film on, and quite honestly, something that we needed to do, so we could make the freshman quarterback feel uncomfortable back there.
You've been here a while. What's it like for you to be 4-0?
Awesome. It's a great feeling. I think this might be the first time I've ever been 4-0 on a football team, actually. So, it was good.
How do you balance this 4-0 talk with the football team?
How do I what?
How do you balance the team mentality with 4-0 talk?
I mean, you just ride the momentum into practice and stay focused. I mean, if anything, it's going to help. It's going to keep the energy in practice, and just got to keep riding it.
What happened from your viewpoint that allowed them to get back into it?
Not quite sure. You kind of feel the momentum changing a little bit, and yeah, it's hard to say what really happened. You have to watch the film to see that.
I know it's just extra noise, but is it fun hearing the chatter about the game day talk at all?
I mean, I haven't really tried to pay much attention to that. If that happens, that'd be awesome, obviously, but it's something you can't really think about.
Nick, since Ralph and Darius at the back, there have been a lot more swatted balls. Is that because they're eating up blockers a little bit, or something you're doing a little differently?
No, I think it's definitely contributes to those two guys being back. They're great players for us, and they just continue to contribute.
Did you guys call more blitzes today because of freshman QB, or
I don't think so.
Guys?
I don't think so. Yeah, it's something you'd have to ask Coach Knorr. I don't really know that, the numbers.
All right, thanks, Nate.
Thank you.
Yeah, baby.
Vantage point, what did you see on your interception pick 6 play?
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, your vantage point, what did you see on that pick 6 play, and what was going through your head?
Well, I saw the receiver going vertical, and I took a peek at the quarterback, and I drove the route. He threw it up, and I just went up and grabbed it.
How'd it feel walking in the end zone?
Oh, it felt good. It was real easy. It was wide open, so it wasn't that hard. Yeah.
Tony, the last 3 games, safeties have made big defensive plays. How did it feel having your turn? Is that something that burns inside you when you're going in practice?
Yes, sir. Every day we think about it. As a defensive unit, we believe that the DBs are key to our victories. And I feel like going throughout the season that we have to make plays in order for us to win. So each and every game we go in thinking of that mindset.
Jordan, how
was that locker room game?
Oh, it's exciting. We're excited being 4-0. It's a great
assessment of today's game.
Overall, love the way we fought as a team. Kind of made it too close at the end. Offense, again, we need to finish drives more. They were a very good defense, though, but we need to continue to keep clicking. The cool thing about where we're at right now is we're really not clicking the level we know we can. So a lot of work to do, but good to be 4-0.
Talk about where you felt like you guys got a little too conservative in that fourth quarter. I mean, you only threw one pass. It was the first play of the third quarter or fourth quarter.
Yeah, not particularly. I mean, we just feel confident in what we have and kind of the elements and the way Jordan's running the ball and the way our O-line can kind of take over games. We're just kind of playing to our strengths, which we have a lot of them, and I thought we were playing it pretty safe, but I thought it was good. You know, I mean, we came out with the win. It was a little bit too close, but I mean, it's up to coach, whatever he calls.
In a way, because of what you got coming up next week, the Big Ten opener, was this kind of a wake-up call game for you guys, especially the way the last half of that fourth quarter went?
I don't know if it's a wake-up call. I mean, I feel like every single week we need to come out and perform to our best. And, I mean, sure, we realize we have to finish games and finish them out, but, you know, we ultimately we won the game. So we're not really dwelling on this last game. We're really looking forward to, you know, Sunday practice for Ohio State week. So, I mean, there's a lot, again, we have to clean up, but, again, like where we're at, like that we're winning close games, even though this one shouldn't have been as close. But, you know, there's a lot of work to do, but I like where we're at.
How much has Simi developed? I don't know if safety net's the right word, but how much has Simi developed into a guy you can kind of rely on?
Simi's doing great. He's developed a lot. He's got a ton of talent, and he's been a guy I've kind of tried to take under my wing since day one, especially since January. And the big body catches it well. He's great after the catch. And as he gets confidence, he's going to be one of the better players, better receivers in the league. So I love the way he's playing, but again, there's another level we can all hit.
Senior year, you're 4-0. What's that mean?
It means a lot. Ultimately, I mean, we wanted to win, you know, one game at a time, and no matter how it's looked, being 4-0 right now is as good as you can be. So, I mean, it means a lot as a senior, putting a lot of time in, but especially for the seniors with me, who came in with me, you know, offensive and defensively, and Coach Wilson and all the coaches have really backed us up and wanted to do something special for us. But we're a very tight-knit family, all of us, so I just love being a part of this team.
All right, thanks, Nate.
Thank you.